yesterday we are studied the water vascular system, then its economic importance of the some points we are covered there. Now we are going to study the new points, that is the types of pedicellary in the starfish. Generally, there are the various kinds of the pedicellary found in the echinoderms. Not only starfish, but in the echinoderms, there are the various kinds of the starfish, pedicellary are the found. Basically, there are the generally two the straight type and the cross type. But some another types of the pedicellary are like this. This is the four main pedicellary found in the serum, that the Tridactylus, Ophisocephalus, Triphylus, and the Globulus. There are the typically three valves that make a. Now one by one we are going to try to understand its structure of that the pedicellary. So see this is the five. Now the first type of the pedicellary, that is the straight type of pedicellary, pedunculate. Some are the non-pedunculate. See this the structure of the straight pedunculate pedicellary. It has the two blades or the valves that are the straight in position like the forceps, and below that the valve blades there is the presence of the basal piece or the handle, and these the basal piece and the valves are the operated by the two pair of the adductor muscles and one pair of the abductor muscles are there. With the help of this, the contraction and relaxation, this the movement of the forceps is taken with the pinch up the food or the particles. Okay, as like the pincer, they act as the pincer. So useful for to the catching the prey food, and the attached to the substratum is there. Another kind is known as the cross type or the scissor type. They have the whatever the basal plates are the cross over to each other, and blades are the look like the scissor blades having the serrated margins. These also the operated by these also operated by the two pair of abductor and one is the adductor muscles is there. So this is the straight types of the straight and the scissor type of pedicellary which is found in here. So this type of pedicellary are the simple. There are two jaws are more or less straight and attached basically to the basal piece. When closed, they are remain parallel and meet throughout their length. The two jaws work against one another like the blades of forceps. With the help of the three pairs of muscles, there are two pairs of the adductor muscles and closing the jaws and the pair of the abductor muscles. So for the opening, the abductor is the work, and for to the close, the adductor two pair of the adductor muscles are there. While in case of the cross type of pedunculate, in the cross type of pedicellary, the basal ends of the two jaws cross each other like the mandibles of the crossbill, so that the basal piece is enclosed between their crossed portions. In this type of pedicellary, the jaws are also operated by two pairs of adductor muscles and one pair of the abductor muscles. Certain other pedicellary having no stalk and thus the called the sessile pedicellary. Some another one is that this is the stalked one, but some another have the without stalk. So they are not the sessile one. Are also found in the body of the. There are the defensive and the offensive organs. The pedicellary are act as a offensive and defensive organism and provide the protection to gills and the general body surface by keeping the body surface free from the debris and the organisms like the sponges and other cylindrites setting on the body. They cannot allow to set the another organisms on the body. Since this is the pedicellary surrounded by this the dermal branchiae and the papillae is there, and they protect the body, clean up the body. So they act as offense and defense organism of there. Another here, in case of the echinus, in case of the echinus, there is a found on majority the all kinds of the four type of pedicellari, that is known as the globulus. Globulus, like the sucker-like structure is this. This is the large. We will the enlarged structure for the our see this sucker-like, large flower-like, sucker-like, cone-like structure, and these the cones are directly attached to the substratum or the objects. Then this is the triradiate. This is the triradiate. The triradiate pedicellary is found with it. This is the triradiate. Okay. Then, as like the straight and the cross pedicellaries are found also in numerous individuals. See this the enlarging the triradiate pedicellary here. Triradiate. Then this is the opisthophilus, triphilus, and globulus. These are the globulus, triphilus are the typically the three walls that made up of the jaw in the sea urchin. Okay. So this again, see the sea urchin having the this is the stalked globulus pedicellary. So it is look like the ball-like structure. It is actually the hub globe on the earth. Okay, so this is the types of the pedicellary which is found in the echinoderms. This is the types of the pedicellary in the echinoderms. Now, the last part of this syllabus, that is the economic importance of the echinoderms in the oceans. Or echinoderms is one of the ocean animal that can be found nearly in the every depth of the ocean. And this phylum of the animal has about the 7,000 species. There are the wide variety of these the echinoderms, more than 7,000 species. Some marine animals that is the classified as the echinoderms and known by the people are the sea cucumbers, sea stars or starfish, sand dollars, and the sea urchins. Even though echinoderms look like the tame animal that does not have a significant role in the ocean, but actually it has. Somewhat they cannot play the role in the ecosystems or the in the ocean. But since there are not to the many people realize about the importance of the echinoderms in the ocean, I, here the some economic importance like take and the action as a water filter. They are act as a water filter. All the echinoderms actually have no blood. To replace the blood, they have this water vascular system in their body. Yesterday we are studied the water vascular system. Just like blood, this system is the helping echinoderms to do things with their body, such as the absorb food, transportation inside the body, respiration, etc. Through this system, the ocean water that is the coming into their body and can be filtered and turned out to be the clearer ocean water. First one is the cleaning, then the spread of the disease prevention. Next up, most echinoderms is known as the omnivore, where they feed on the almost everything, and this may be plus point of the echinoderms. It will usually eat the dirt in the ocean as well as the sick fish. Okay. By doing this, echinoderms can actually prevent the spread of the disease, and that may come out from the sick fish. So they are the whatever the eat the dirt and the sick fish, which is the causing the decaying in the seas. They are devour them and clean up the sea. Ocean habitat maintainer. Habitat is the home of living beings. To make you comfortable with the place you are living in somehow, you need to maintain the cleanliness and any other the thing that make a habitat stay like what is it? What is it? What is it? Ocean ecosystem balancer. Having the role as the balancer also become one of the importance of the echinoderms in the oceans. Without the existence of echinoderms, the ecosystems may unbalance because echinoderms place cannot they cannot the place cannot be replaced by another animal. So this is the ecosystem balancer are there. Beside that, role that is the being done by the ecosystem also cannot be replaced by the another animal. Each living beings has their own role toward the ecosystem. Okay. Every organism has its main role of in the ecosystems. So this is also the very important animals to keeping the cleaning and to maintain the food chains in the seas or the ocean is there. Oceans Ocean floor cleaner is known as the cleaning organisms. There are the lot of the echinoderm species in the ocean, and the existence of the echinoderms can be found in the nearly every depth of the ocean. And it is classified as the omnivore, and by eating the dirt in the ocean floor, it is a cleaning of the ocean floor and make it cleaner. Clearer ocean ecosystem will be able to help the living being within the ecosystem to live better and comfortable. In the clean environment, the organisms can live healthy. So maintaining the sea urchin population, there are lots of the echinoderm species, and one of them is known as the sea star or the starfish. And the sea star is the feed on the sea urchins are there. And because of this the feeding activity, sister somehow the maintaining the amount of the sea urchin population in the ocean to stay the balance, no to the much, but no to the little. The population of the sea urchin is maintained by the another animals also. The preventing food chain alternation. Food chain alternation will be happen if there is the one species extinct from the ecosystem. If the any one species is the lost exists, then the food chain is the disrupt. So the one species gone and it can change the whole food chain system. If there is no echinoderms or the echinoderms will go extinct, in the end this means that there will be change for diet habit echinoderm predators, which can also change the behavior of the all ocean animals because they are connected to one another inside the ocean. Then the seaweed habitat maintainer. They are feeds on the seaweed and maintain the seaweed growth. Another importance of the echinoderms in the ocean is that it's the role as a maintainer of the seaweed habitat. They make it more specific actually. Sea star is the one that is the responsible for this role. It feeds on the sea urchin and maintain the population of the so sea urchin want to eat much of seaweed and make it extinct. The sea urchins are feeds on the grass and maintain the seaweed survey. Maintaining the habitat of the seaweed is also the important because the seaweed is important not only to one species animal but also to the many living being in the ocean. So the one of the predator in the ocean, echinoderms is known as the omnivore, which means it can feed on the both plant and the animal. And this also means that they are the predators since they also feed on another animals such as the fish. The role of the predator may help the food chain below it they stay stable and the balance. The amount of predator will always less than the amount of prey. See, this the predator is always less than. This is the balance situation. If there the prey number is the increases than the prey, sorry, predator number is the increases than the prey, then what happens? They don't get any of the food. But here the always the prey is the uh, large in number than the predator is there. The important prey to the other animal, not only the having the role as the predator, but echinoderms also to become an important prey to its the predator. So many animal organisms are feed on the echinoderms. So the echinoderms act as the prey for the another predator. There are some predators that is the relying on the echinoderms as one of its prey, such as the crab, shark, eel. Without echinoderms, these predators will lose one of the important source of their food. So this the for the crab, shark, and the eel, they feeds on these the echinoderms. The coral reef maintainer. This is also known as the coral reef. Whereas the deposition of the cylindrate, with the cylindrate, it's a dead animal also stored there. Since the echinoderms is known as the herbivore and feeds on the almost everything, including the dirt, echinoderms can clean up the ocean ecosystem somehow. Coral reef is one of the ecosystems that need a specific standard of the clear and the stable ecosystem. So for the clearing the corals, role of the echinoderms there, echinoderms that has a role to clean the ecosystem can maintain the clear ecosystem for the coral reef and to live and grow. By keeping the cleaning the coral reef, okay. This will also prevent the coral reef from the bleaching. And the indirect temperature maintainer, they help to the maintain the temperature. Echinoderms has a role as a predator, which means they will feed on the another living beings below them in the food chain. This means that they are the maintaining their prey population in order to maintain the amount of plant as well. When the amount of plants is balanced and it can be produced the oxygen, this may help our earth temperature to be balanced. So the more oxygen can produce by the plant, and this has become one of the indirect temperature of the echinoderms in the ocean. Importance of the echinoderms. Indirect water temperature maintainer here also. I think this is the repeated. Ocean plants, if the distributing more than 50% of oxygen for the earth, and its distribution of oxygen somehow affecting the temperature of the ocean water. So as long as there is a plants in the ocean and the population of it can be maintained, the ocean water temperature will also stay in balance. Echinoderms, that is the maintaining the population of sea urchins by it, and somehow can be also maintain the population of plants. Indirect maintainer of oxygen. Without echinoderms, maybe oxygen supply can be decreased slowly. Echinoderms feeds on the sea urchins and another ocean animals that feeds on the plants known as the arthropods. Amount of sea urchin decreasing with the amount of sea urchin will increase and they will consume more plants. If is the more plant is the consumed by the sea urchin, then the oxygen level is the decrease. So here the maintaining the sea urchin, the plant level is the balanced, and so the oxygen is the balance is there. So they are known as the oxygen maintainer. Then the ecosystem maintainer. And lastly, as the importance of the echinoderms in the ocean is to maintain the ecosystem stay stock like what is the since feeds on the almost everything include dirt in the ocean. By feeds on the dirt, prevent the accumulation of the dirt in the ocean bottom. And if the dirt is the being accumulated in the ocean bottom, the structure of the ocean. So these the changes surely will affecting almost everything in the ocean ecosystem. Those are the importance of echinoderms in ocean. By reading this article, students, another one is the yesterday we are again yesterday we discussed on this point that these are the medicinally importance also. Echinoderms act as a medicines. So echinoderms are also the used as a medicine in scientific research. For example, some sea cucumber toxins slow down the growth rate of the tumor cells. I explained yesterday. These are the using in the cancer study. They are the prevent the growth of the tumor cells, and so it is a very uh, important point up there as a medical view. So there is an interest in using the in a cancer research. CRT also model of the organisms used in the developmental biology research because their egg is the easily available and studied their embryological studies like the what are the blastula, gastrula, cleavage studies is there. The certain other development of the embryo can easily studied there. So the gametes can obtain easily. Sterility is not required, and the eggs and the early embryos of the many commonly used as the species are the beautifully transparent. So due to the transformation, we can observe the internal development of the embryo or the animal. In addition, the early development of the urchin embryo is the highly conserved process. When batch of egg is fertilized, all the resulting embryos typically develop at the same time. This makes the biochemical and the molecular studies of early embryos possible in the sea urchin. Means at that time, in every development stage, what kind of the chemistry is there, what kind of the physical is there, what the enzymes are there. So they are studied there, and with the helpful for to the comparing study of the other organisms also. So the echinoderms also used in the farming, as like the medical value, they have the value of them in medicals, like the farming also. In the farming, the lime is the required to the farmers, and the lime is getting from the echinoderms. So the limestone is available. Lime is added to the soil to allow the plants to take up the more nutrient. About the 4,000 tons of the animals are used each year of this purpose. The echinoderms of the 4,000 tons, echinoderms can produce the lime. That's nothing but the calcium carbonate material. Lime are produced by and using in the farmer. So, students, this is the our okay. 1 minute.